chicks are driving, maybe lesbians.
Oh, God. Rebound.
See, I'm not homophobic.
Rebound to you, Christine.
I think he's got some sexual issues.
Well,
yeah, I get it too much. Ow, ow.
Next up, a concerned mother who thinks 55 is the limit, not for speed, but for age.
I think your opinion is convoluted like your brain.
Should marijuana be easier to buy than aspirin?
I think we all agree that pot is good for everyone.
I'm not going to respond to your eye.
Joining us now is senior driving advocate Kai Hernandez and the founder of Mothers Against Advanced Age Drivers, Mary Glenn. In the next 20 years, the number of elderly drivers is predicted to triple in the United States. Ms. Hernandez, should we be worried about the elderly on the road?
I don't think so, unless you're going to be worrying about yourself. Because in 20 years, you're going to be elderly as well.
Oh, really? Okay. So you think elderly are just as good drivers at any age? Really?
Better.
Then, Mary, how do you respond to that?
Chris, our philosophy is simple and it's logical. I mean, as teenagers, we are people who are learning how to drive. So we start giving them driving privileges.
Sure.
Now, the elderly, we like to think of as they're unlearning how to drive. So we need to start taking away their privileges. And we need to start testing them on an annual basis, starting at 55.
Starting at 55?
At 55.
You and what army?
Wow.
A mighty big army.
You're talking about taking away drivers' rights, and I mean, can't there be some moderation to that?
Well, I think there can. I mean, I think, for example, every senior should have a few questions they ask themselves if they're going to leave the house and get on the road. Do I really need to go there? Do I really need to watch another episode of Murder, She Wrote with a friend? Can I watch it by myself? Do I really need to go to the mall and yell at teenagers again? Well, no, I don't. I can stay at home and I can order some food in and yell at my next-door neighbor if I want to. Do I need to go to another garage sale and buy more knickknacks? No, I don't. I have enough knickknacks.
You're trivializing the elderly.
I do not at all mean to disrespect my elders or senior citizens. And as a matter of fact, I feel like if seniors do feel, and sometimes they have a right to feel like their dignity might be, being tampered with, their privileges are being taken away, give them different privileges. Give them free pass to cut in line at the government building.
Excuse me.
Give them respectable
I am
titles.
sick of it. I'm sick of it, okay? You're full of it, honey. I hate to be that.
I'm full of it, all right. I'm full of fear.
Let's move on, ladies. Let's move on. I understand you've done your own studies into the effects of aging on driving ability.
Yes, Chris, we've done extensive study, and part of that study, we came up with what we call our senior suit.
This is some video we're going to see now of a driving simulation involving a senior suit. Take a look.
At MAD, Mothers Against Advanced Age Driving, this is what we call our advanced age suit. Now, this suit is pretty heavy, which makes you move very slowly, because senior drivers don't have that much mobility. They really, truly don't. Look, I just moved my arm like an old person. Just like that. These goggles help you see the road like a senior would. I have to say, I can't see the road very good. And I can't really hear too well with these headphones on either. Just like a senior can't hear the road. And you have to remember that it's... Oh, these headphones also play nonsensical phrases, just like the kind of thing that would pop into a senior's head. Very, very distracting. Now, we all know that seniors shrink from osteoporosis. So this car is fitted with a visibility impediment to simulate their low height. So, just like a senior, I'll barely be able to see over the dashboard. Now, one of the things you always need to remember is that... okay, here we go. Whoops. The way you see the road might not be the way a senior does. Oh, whoops. Okay. Now, it looks easy for us. Oh, whoops. But it's not so easy for a senior. I guess it must feel pretty scary being an advanced stage driver. But if you think advanced stage driving is a good idea, look at that. If there were small children standing on those cones, this could have been a real tragedy.
Is that an accurate representation of how elderly people drive?
Absolutely not.
What can be done to protect the public from another tragedy at the hands of an elderly driver? Now, Ms. Glenn, your organization is actually working to create a solution to this problem. What is that?
We're very solution-oriented, Chris, and one thing I think we can all agree on that's that's not terribly invasive is to paint the cars of seniors bright orange, neon.
What? Paint them?
Not unlike a student driver has to drive in a marked car to say, hey, look out, I'm a student driver. Hey, look out, I'm a senior driver. My vision might be impaired.
Excuse me, I think your opinion is convoluted like your brain. Okay?
Wow. They're saying you can drive, you just have to drive a neon orange car. It's just for safety. Wait a minute. How do we know she's not going to go senile just like that? We all know people don't just gradually go senile. It just happens one day all of a sudden, and all of a sudden you're going through a farmer's market.
Well, hang on.
Wait a minute.
It happened, people. It happened. Are we going to deny that?
Hold it right there.
Ma'am, you're getting very, very emotional, and I would not like to see you behind the wheel of the stage.
So where's the age? Where do you draw the line?
87 years of age.
So what's the line?
I believe that his family should have had tested.
Some people and not other people.
All people at a certain age.
Irregardless of age. It shouldn't be age specific. Simply because they're elderly
There's no such
doesn't
word
mean
as
that they're safe.
irregardless.
And,
All right, hold on. We got to move on. We are running out of time.
There's no such
Folks,
word as irregardless.
We're
You know
going
what she's talking
into
about.
the quick balls round. Here we go. Are elderly people capable of deciding when they should stop driving? Quick balls, go, Mary.
No. You can file down their keys. You can put sugar in their gas tank. You can cut their battery wires. If it's going to save their life. Listen to me. My father, I had to resort to slashing his tires. Why? Because I want my father to stay
All
alive.
right, rebound to you, Kai. Does that sound reasonable?
It doesn't sound unreasonable. However, I still say that it's on an individual basis.
Bounce back to you, Matt.
There should be signs out there that make noise, like a stop sign that says "stop" when you come up to it, or sounds off a horn, because old people can't hear as well. If you're going to deny that, then you're denying the facts of life.
All right, coming up, one expert says that old drivers still have got gas left in the tank. More crossballs when we return. Welcome back. Tonight's topic, driving in America. Joining us now live via satellite are outspoken advocates for elderly drivers, Andrew and Barbara Fredericks. Mr. Fredericks, can you lean a little bit to your? Can you lean into your right a little bit?
What's the matter? Say it again.
Just lean into your. No, the other way. You're actually out of the picture. Can you lean a little bit to your right?
They need us to get up closer, Barbara.
No.
Let's go up closer to it, because if they can't see us,
No, Mr.
it's
Fredericks.
a visual medium. Barbara, you need to move your chair up.
No, Mr. Fredericks, what I was saying, actually, if you could stay in your seat, I just
Where do you
need
want us? Because we'll go wherever you want us.
Stay back in your seat.
All right.
And
I thought you couldn't see me was what I heard.
Right.
Look, he's not driving.
That's fine. Thank you, sir. All right, it's time for the real question. Mr. Fredericks,
yes.
Should the public be wary of advanced age drivers?
Now, Chris, I would be a lying Johnson if I told you that senior citizen drivers didn't lose some of their driving dexterity as we get older, but we make up for it with wisdom. I call it road sage. Now, I realize that there are problems. Very often a senior driver will, when he means to hit the brake, will hit the gas instead. Now, I am open to a system whereby the car asks you, if you hit the gas, it asks you, you sure you want to hit the gas? And then you would type or say yes, and then the car would respond. What I do in the meantime, Chris, is I already used my right foot for the gas and my left for the brake, and it works terrific. But listen, let me say one more thing, Chris. My son-in-law is always telling me, why don't you take the bus? I can't take the bus. I can't hear the driver calling out the stops. Do you know, the last time that I took a bus, I rode it all the way back to the bus yard, you know, and I got a pretty good night's sleep there, but I didn't get off that bus until 2 o'clock the next afternoon, and paramedics dragged me off. I was practically dehydrated.
Ms. Hernandez, are these common problems for seniors? This seems...
No. He's pretty unique, because most drivers who have the ability to drive unimpaired.
Right.
Senior citizens I'm referring to.
Sure.
That's what we are.
Well, let's move on. Should we be more worried about young drivers than older drivers? Mr. Fredericks?
Yes.
Let's have your wife respond to this one.
No, I'll handle this one. She takes a long time to get to the point. It's true, if you know what I'm talking about. I say we should raise the driving age from 16 to 50.
Raise it to 50 years old?
Absolutely. That's absolutely right. Because teenage drivers are all distracted with their disco music on the radio and their cell phones. I can't use a cell phone.